Hey guys, well I just got my package from FT86Motorsports. Oddly enough, I actually don't have an FRS, BRZ, GT86. It's actually for my IS300 wagon. And what is it? It's actually steering wheel pieces that I actually retrofit an FRS steering wheel into my IS300 wagon, which I'll show you a little bit later on. So I actually want to create this video to kind of share you my experience with FT86 Motorsports. I like to support local businesses, as with especially in Canada wise, there isn't actually that many players out there locally. So I like to support them as much as I can. Companies such as, for example, Nextmod. There's Garage 16, there's Technotic, so on and so forth. So FT86 Motorsports is actually one of them. They do own a few other companies as well, I believe Dippet.ca, and there's a few others I will check a little bit later on. But I just want to share you my experience specifically with FT86 Motorsports. Now, I could have easily went shopped on the US side. I could have went on eBay, as it was readily available on eBay. Fine. So in terms of, you know what, they did have a little bit of promotion in January that they're going to offer free shipping if you ordered more than $200. My order was about $220. So great, placed my order and everything like that. Keep in mind that this was back in January 19th when I placed my order. So in terms of the timeline of my timeline from then till now, I actually will give you pretty much a breakdown of what the communication was. Now, I feel that in terms of when it comes to customer service, especially having an online business, customer service is key to have follow-ups, especially when it's a product or an item that is not in stock. If there is any delays, always inform the client. Don't let the client reach out to you, because if you let the client reach out to you, it's bad for business at the end of the day. And judging by your Google reviews, I do happen to see that, which is actually not that great. So really, if anything, at the end of the day, FT86 Motorsports, I just want to help you guys out in terms of to improve your customer service. So follow up is always key. If you're going to say that you're going to follow up every 10 days, stick to it, follow up with 10 days. Automate it if you had to. Use a bot. Doesn't really matter. Or just shoot an email. Hey, sorry, I just checked. There's it's still not in stock. It'll be available. Or give alternatives. So in this case, I ordered on the 19th. Placed the order. I get an email on January 31st saying the oleum dry carbon fiber steering wheel cover was not in stock. That's okay. You know what? It is middle of winter during that time. I'm in no rush to actually get it. So, I do send an email like a few days later. Mind you, that I wasn't quick on it myself, response-wise, but it's a backward item. What am I going to do in the middle of January, right? So I followed up like maybe about 6 days later, saying, is there any comparables? I get an email response back right away, stating that there isn't anything that's comparable that they have in stock right now. Just wait for the order. So fine, and then I get an email response on the on February 15th, just a generic follow-up response saying it's not in stock. They'll just check it on and so on and so forth. All right, fine. It's a follow-up email, whatever. Here's where I kind of got a little bit peeved. It's pretty much middle of winter still, going on spring. I reached out and sent an email 1 month later. So this is now in March 19th. And I'm asking, we're 2 months in right now, is there any follow-up, is there any response on the delays or anything like that? So I get a response, sorry for the day, it's still on back ordered, fine. Then I get on the 28th, once again, roughly about 15 days later, or in this case 10 business days later, I get a follow-up saying, it's still on back order right now, and I believe it's still on back order, so, just hang on tight. Great. And oddly enough, once again, I send an email out. So mind you, there's no emails coming from them. They're being reactive, not proactive. So this is where I kind of got peeved off that, you know, they're being pretty much reactive with my emails. Is that I get an email, I send out, you know, it's 4 months right now, you know, where's my product? You know, where's my item? Like, you know, what's going on, right? You know, yeah, I know it's been back ordered. Just let me know that it's been back ordered, right? So, you know, they respond, mind you. I take it with a grain of salt, but okay, fine. There is a 6-week. Apparently, you know, there's some production issues. Okay, fine. I'll take it as that. There's a delay in probably roughly about 6 weeks. So I sent an email response. So delayed with 6 weeks. I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. You know, it's going into spring right now, so okay, fine. And lo and behold, you know, once again, I reach out to them again. This is actually now in May 13th. You know, I'm just wondering, is there any type of compensation or anything like that, you know, for being such a long delay? I understand back orders. Mind you, I'm not expecting much. I would say, you know, maybe even say, hey, you know, your next order, 10% off. Whatever it might be, just throw it at me in terms of, like, you know, mind you, will I ever order again? Probably not. But still, you know, at least show a gesture or something like that, you know, just to retain your customers so you don't get a bad review at the end of the day. So nothing. And sorry you don't do a compensation on back ordered items. Fine. So let it be. You know what? It is what it is. I'll just wait for my item and call it a day. If anything, you know, they could have just at least shipped out the items that they had in stock right now and just want to wait for it. Or, you know, hey, would you like to cancel, at least cancel that order and at least get the items that I've ordered. So I ordered about 3 things on there. Moving forward, and this was in June 12th. So I'm like, hey, you know, it's going on it's 5 months, going on 6 months right now. You know, where's my items? And lo and behold, I do get a response that a day later saying that, you know, the order did come in, but I'm sorry, we don't have the matte finish dry carbon. We have the gloss. Would you like that, or would you want to wait? I'm like, you know what? I'll take the gloss finish anyways. I don't really care about this point. Heck, if I wanted a dry finish, I would just do a spray of matte clear on it and call it a day. So I'm just going to open up the box right here and show you the actual contents in here. Alright, so let me see here. So I have my invoice right here. So let's see. So it looks like FT86